Winning is not a sometime thing. It's an all-the-time thing. You don't win once in a while, and you don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. You gotta play with your heart, with every ounce of fiber in your body. I've never known a man worth the salt who deep down in his heart didn't appreciate the grind, the discipline, and to win, and to win, and to win. There's no room for second place. There's only one place, and that's first place. I firmly hold that a man's finest hour, the greatest fulfillment to anything he holds dear, is that moment when he has worked his heart out in a good cause and lays exhausted on the field of battle, victorious.
Everybody, this is None Defense on the Grublet account, on the team, Grublet YouTube. And if you're trying to join the team, remember you need to check out Grublet's Gang. Here's the screenshot. That's the information you'll need to find and join Grublet's Gang. Okay, you just saw that cool intro we just did. Pretty cool, huh? You like it? You like it? Took me way too long to put that together. What is this series? This series is titled An Anatomy of Victory, or The Anatomy of Victory, however you want to get it. That's the idea. I'm going to look at one particular attack whenever I do one of these videos, one attack, and we're going to really break it down, really slow it down, and really try to understand every single detail about what is happening, why it's happening, and what's the benefit of it happening that way. Cool. For this segment, I'm going to try to schedule guests to come on. Right now, first episode, I have no guest, but in the future, I'm going to start trying to work with the monsters and see if we can get a little FaceTime action, maybe some phone calls, whatever, and we're just going to talk about why an attack works, whatever. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. I've spent too much time talking about it. First thing I need to discuss is this particular op, the one that y'all saw me start on the last video. We're running rampant on this thing. Like, they're goofing off on Minotaur. Like, they could have beaten this thing already, and they're just goofing around. Grublet got a win. It's that kind of op. So, you know, whatever. We're gonna win. Woo! I'll make sure to include the leaderboard updates, and that's the part that I'm gonna really, you know, be excited about, you know. But this op, it's like, okay, cool, we beat another one. Let's see what happens on the leaderboard. Cool. So, let's go backwards in time to yesterday's Forlorn Hope. This attack has lived in my head rent-free since I saw it, and I did review it, and even if you go back and listen to me reviewing it in real time, I was confused. I really didn't understand what was happening. So, a little flaring, a little grouping, a little smoking, a little sneaking, getting in position. Now this one, like, I want to do a slowdown on these, but the evidence shows that the viewers seem to like the faster videos, so, you know, you just kind of have to go with it. So I've taken the time to review it slowly myself. Now I think I'm going to be able to explain it properly to you. So let's give it a shot. This is Bort on the base Titan. Okay, now him running over here, generate some gunboat. We've seen him do that a million times. That's not a big deal. But on Anatomy of Victory, we're going to look at everything. So he flares over here. What up with that? Well, that's a suicide flare. He knows once he gets over there that there's a big chance he's going to lose all of his bombardiers. And he did. So what's the benefit of that? Well, in this case, when he's doing his girls, he does not have that single boat of bombardiers messing up his timing, walking around, doing things at a different rate of speed that the girls travel. It is better for him to just sacrifice those 3 bombardiers entirely and just forget about them than try to get them to take the trip with the girls. It's just adding layers of complexity that he doesn't necessarily need. So that's what's going on with that particular suicide flare. That suicide flare also serves the function of it's his grouping flare. So you see how his Zukas are coming off of the boats? It's all about you flare the corner, flare, right? Everybody see that? Flare the corner, and then you drop one boat at a time. Boat, boat, boat. Here we go. Boat, 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 boat. Sending them back. That flare there, that forces them. You notice that he didn't just flare like up here. He flared backwards. Why? Because now the girls take a sudden pivot turn, and it forces them into kind of a, you can't see it, but you know, if you learn enough about boom beats, you'll recognize that they're going to start trying to funnel towards that dot, towards that flare. That's going to allow him to get them grouped up under the smoke. Now he's bringing Bullet here. Now Bullet walks at a faster rate of speed. So when you flare, you have to know that, and you have to be able to stay ahead of your troops. That's a dangerous gap he just took, but he's lucky he survived it. So notice how Bullet is just getting out there ahead. He knows that. He's not freaking out. He knows the timing. He's going to get him up here. Now here's where it's going to get weird. Let's slow it down. Okay, so he flares this machine gun up here, which forces the girls to walk, and now they're standing on top of that flamethrower, which sounds like a nightmare, like a nightmare that I've had, of just Mazuka standing on a flamethrower. Then he flares this machine gun. That causes Bullet to walk down there to it, and then the girls just immediately pivot. He sends out the shock, so that's a 3-4 shock solution, and then using taunt, everything in that grouping is now aimed at Bullet, and the girls are miraculously not getting burned. Crazy, right? Absolutely insane. It doesn't make sense from a physics standpoint. The girls are literally standing on top of the fire. Good news is this is not real life. The video games are pretend. And in this pretend world, your girls apparently can stand on top of a flamethrower as long as there's a bullet nearby. Hey, I learned this myself watching this attack. Like, in my mind, the girls should be dead. But here they are, you see them, they're alive, they did it. So congratulations, Bort, as I'm sure you're going to be the star of many of these episodes in the future. So we're definitely going to want to be able to schedule some time with you and Spin and Bron and Sal and Don, even Evil Joe if he's down. If he has a good attack and he wants to come on the show and talk about it, cool. Like we'll get it figured out. We'll remember, I have my screen drawer. I can draw little pictures, fun stuff, all kind of options. But there you go. I hope that helped. That was just the anatomy of one victory. Something that I spent way too long just thinking about this attack. It was like, how did he do it? Why did it work? Why didn't his girls die? I didn't understand. Now I feel like I understand, and I hope you understand as well. Alright, wrapping this video up. Y'all tune in to the next video, which is going to be the actual speed review op, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Thank you.